Hello, everybody. Welcome into Talking Fitchburg on this Friday evening. It's Friday, March 4th, 2022. Jeremy Crosby here, Andrew Bamlett. Maybe he's on a boat somewhere. Maybe. I mean, it's getting nice out. He's on a boat stuck in the ice. No, he's behind the scenes making the show happen each and every day. And we've got a busy show coming up for you as we head into the weekend. We'll talk about that chance for severe storms this weekend. I want to make sure you're on high alert for that. We'll have that in your headlines. We'll check in with the Fitchburg Police Department. We had Lieutenant Ned here last week, and we'll replay that interview for you in case you missed it. Plus, we'll check in with the Fitchburg Public Library, a long-awaited, and I'm calling it the tag team. TNT are back. You're just going to have to wait and see. That's all I'm going to say. And we'll have that for you coming up as a Fitchburg Public Library update for you. But first, we do turn to the headlines. We're going to start with the weather. Severe weather chances this weekend. This is a forecast graphic from the morning. So this could have been updated. It could have shifted. Could have changed. What do we always tell you? Check back with the National Weather Service frequently on these things, right? Storms change. We don't know what's going to happen with this. What we do know is you should be on alert for the potential of severe weather Saturday afternoon, evening, and into the evening hours. Certainly, most of the severe weather, as anticipated, is probably going to stay to the west of I-90. There's a higher chance here for more of a wind threat with these storms, but I can't rule out a chance of a tornado spin up. And if you're traveling to Iowa, Minnesota, that direction this weekend, we want you to be ready for that Saturday. It's going to be warm out there too, but time to dust off the weather radio, Andrew, and get ready. Make sure you have multiple ways to get those warnings as you head in the weekend, and check with the National Weather Service or wherever you get your weather information to stay safe. Other news: public opinion survey for potential teen center in the Verona Road corridor is now available. We want you to weigh in on the teen center in the Verona Road neighborhood area and get your thoughts and potential for a teen center here in Fitchburg. If you're interested in taking this survey, we would love to get your feedback. The 2022 Fitchburg Teen Center survey is done through SurveyMonkey.com. SurveyMonkey.com. And the link, Andrew will share the link on how you can get to the survey when we post up the headlines today, but it is at our website, fitchburgwi.gov. We also have an on-street parking public survey available as well. On January 31st, the Fitchburg staff held a public meeting on on-street parking issues and potential solutions. We'd like to hear from you on how you use your street parking and how we could improve it. Please fill out the survey by March 11th. Just closing in real fast, so make sure you take it. Doesn't take long to do, and we just want to get your feedback related to on-street parking. Public hearing on the council's proposed amendments to the ARPA/TID closure investment plan. It's coming up fast. Mark your calendars. This public hearing on the proposed amendments to the ARPA/TID closure investment plan will be held on March 22nd at 7:30 p.m. at the Common Council. You'll be able to voice your opinion on these plans. All of those plans are available at our website at fitchburgwi.gov. And of course, this will be available online as well, so you can comment via through video chatting or in person, and then they will eventually adopt the plan later in the meeting on the 22nd. All right, that does it for our headlines. Coming up next, we open up our digest. We'll check in with the Fitchburg Police Department. That's next right here on Talking Fitchburg.
It takes all of us to slow the spread of the coronavirus. So follow guidance from authorities where you live and stay home unless absolutely necessary. Use a delivery service for essential items like food and medicine. If you must make essential trips, stay 6 feet apart from other people. Wear a cloth face covering and wash your hands for at least 20 seconds as often as possible. Visit coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
Severe weather can strike anytime, anywhere, but there's a simple way to stay safe. Hey, Jim Cantore here. I stay safe in dangerous weather by planning ahead. You can stay safe too with a few easy steps. Build an inexpensive kit with supplies for your family's needs. Write down important information like phone numbers and medications. Always talk with your family, and remember any pets in your planning. Be ready, be safe. Start your plan today at ready.gov/plan.
Hey, boss. Okay.
I said I'm fine.
Me the bed, see you in the morning with the frosted Superman, but it wasn't on it, and we lost it. In my head, in my head, in my head. We were underlay in my head.
Hey, son.
Hey, Bob.
You know you can talk to me.
Yeah.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us.
Ready!
That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu. And especially this year, no one has time to get sick. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me today for the Fitchburg Public Library. Wait a minute. Is that who I think it is? Hi, Tegan. It's been so long. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Thanks for coming back on the show. It's been a while, like last month, right?
Yeah, just last month. Yeah.
I see you brought a friend along. I don't know if I've met this guy before, but I heard he's pretty cool in general. Tell us who you brought with us today.
Well, this is Tim Powers from our Youth Services Department.
Well, Tim, welcome to Talking Fitchburg. How are you doing today?
Thank you. After not being back for so long, I don't know what happened. I have been welcome back. I think, yes. So either that or I just dropped in. I don't know.
Oh,
Yes.
Tim has been. Tim and Tegan, that was the show for a long time. I mean,
Yes.
you guys were the tag team of all tag teams. I think
Yes.
that could be. But certainly have you back, Tim. It's great to see you. And we'll put you off to the side. We got to talk to Tegan first, ladies first, as we say here on the show. So just hang out for a minute. Tegan, such good news with stuff coming back on. It's slowly been coming back online. You folks at the library have done such a great job of keeping things going the best that you can with your abilities and stuff you have. But you've got some great news today to share with us here on Talking Fitchburg.
Yeah, so we're super excited to announce we're going to be doing in-person programming for the month of March. And that's going to be all ages. So all the way down to the little ones and all the way up.
Yes.
So we're very excited about that.
Well, is staff going to
Yes,
be
we are.
sad about not doing like you guys have done? First off, there's been so many cat videos. Like, I don't know. When I scroll through your Facebook page, I mean, I love the pets. I'm a pet lover, but are they going to be sad now that they're not going to be doing that stuff at home?
I think everyone's ready to take a little break from the screen time and getting back to see people in person, and we're a little excited about that.
Well,
Definitely going to be some changes.
Yeah, absolutely. Our library was built for that, for bringing people together and exploring and things like that. So we'll learn more about some of the things that are coming back online here in just a minute from Tim. But you also got an exhibit that's going to be be available at the library. Tell us about this.
Yeah, so it's called the Legendary Exhibition, and it's put out by the Represented Collective, which is a media company that's committed to racial and gender equity in STEM. And so, in going along with March is Women's History Month, they are doing a display of women in STEM. So it's going to be picture display as well as kind of the history of different women that have participated in STEM and kind of give them some recognition. And we're just one of the libraries. There's several libraries in Dane County that are going to be hosting this exhibit. So along with that, this is kind of their little passport. You can get a stamp once you visit all the locations and just kind of learn more about all these different women that have made a difference in the STEM careers.
That's awesome. Yeah, and if people aren't familiar, where is the art exhibit in the library?
Yeah, so it's going to be in our art gallery, which is on the second floor. If you're familiar with where the cow is, it's right over in that area.
Funny, I would have anybody who would ask me where it is, I was like, just look for the cow. Like
Yep.
that would have been the same speech. Just look for the cow. It's out
Yep.
there, I swear. All right. Speaking of cow, I mean, Tim,
Whoa.
Tim, it's been a while.
It has.
Okay, bad transition. Bad transition.
Yeah.
Tim, you've got some great news. So down in youth services, again, when you're thinking about coming in and exploring in the youth area, I mean, we had so many great things down there to get kids active and thinking. So do you have some news to share with us on that front?
I do. Yeah. Officially yesterday was our first day back. I guess since the pandemic started a couple of years ago, where people can come in and we have our discovery tables back out. So we have a light table, we have a train table, a Lego table, we have our iPad station back out. We have our AWE computers, which are really cool. It's like a game computer that has educational games on it. It's all on one computer, so it's not like you're using the internet or anything like that. It's available in Spanish and English, which is really awesome. In our teen room, we got that back open for everybody to use. We have our video games available and stuff like that. So we're kind of going back to in-person programming, and then we're throwing a big kaboom and bringing the whole department back out for people. And the word must have got out real fast yesterday, because that's when we opened it up, and it was like a packed house all day long. So just family after family coming in. The first child that ran in started screaming, "Trains! Trains! There's trains!" And I was just like, oh, and it's begun. Yes. So it was really cool to hear that noise and hear before all of this started, it was a pretty busy spot, and you'd hear the kids all excited, and there was always some action going on. And it was cool to get back to that, like, wow, there's a lot of people and this is really nice. And, like they're enjoying their time here, doing other things besides just picking out the book. So
for every kid out there in the world, I'm just going to do this. Yes.
Yes.
But
Yes,
I like the trade one too. I also probably would have been like, look guys, it's the trains. Go and get the
Yes, absolutely. They were building towers with magnetiles on the light table, and every so often you just hear a pile crash to the ground and everybody like give out a wah.
Everybody should have stand up and started clapping. All right, yeah, and they'll pick that up.
Yes, yeah, that's right. Yeah, amazingly enough, people yesterday were all like, "We need to put our stuff back. We play with it. Time to put it back." So I think everybody not only was excited that it was out again after so long, but like appreciated it to the point where, hey, I'm not going to leave a huge mess behind, and I'm going to kind of take care of the area because I'm excited to have it back. So that was awesome.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I like it. If you haven't been in our library, you got to get down there. I said, there's so many great things happening, but in the youth center, the youth area, it was built for interactive and hands-on. Yes. And it's awesome. And when I tell my kids that it's open, my daughter's going to be super excited to come to work finally, instead of just going to dad's office. So I think it'll be a good thing to come down there and visit. Finally, Tim, we also have things starting to warm up again. So we're ready to take some longer walks outside, and there's a place where you can enjoy a story and a walk. What do you know on that front?
Yeah. So it's that time of the year where things are getting nicer outside. People are getting back out, and over at McKee Park there, we have our story walk that's going to be put back out on Wednesday of this next week. So we have the book ready. It's all laminated. The sign, the posts that go on the lamppost, the little kiosks, they're all ready and set to go. I think this weekend it might just be a little funky weather, so we decided that we were going to wait for Wednesday morning and put it out. And excited to see people get to use that while they're taking a walk around the park. So the last time I stuck it out, it was great because there was a grandma and two children, and they just walked behind me every step of the way as I inserted the next page of the story. And then we read together, and I'm like, well, I got to keep going, but I'll read this one with you. Sure. And people walking by like, this is such a great thing. Thank you. And I think people really appreciate it. So we're excited to get it back out for the public. Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's cool. If you haven't got to check it out, it's pretty cool. And how many stories do you try to get in there during the warm season, we'll call it?
Yeah, absolutely. So we do 3 stories. So we put them up. I think, we basically have it out for like 9 months. So for 3 months, we'll have one story, then we'll rotate it out. So basically for summer, there'll be a new story, and then you hit fall, and then we'll put another new story out there. So it gives you plenty of time to go out and do it a few times before we change stories, which, if anybody knows, children love repetition because they know what to expect. So like when you're reading bedtime stories, a lot of times they bring you the same book and you read it over and over. So it really helps to have it out, not just for like a month at a time, but have it out for a few months at a time so that they're excited and they know what's coming up. And then all of a sudden one day they're like, it's a new book. And then it's wild fun, right?
Tegan,
Yes.
do you get as excited as Tim does on these things? I mean,
I think she does. She might not admit it, but I think she does. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think she does
Yeah.
too. Yeah. She just internally, she's like, yes.
Yeah.
It's nothing. just like me. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you both so much for the information. Awesome news on all fronts. If people want to learn more on the activities coming up, I know we'll do our best to share all of those things happening, but if people want to learn more about that, where can they find it?
They can go to our website and access our online calendar there. They can also print off our newsletter that has all the description of the events as well as the full calendar on there.
Awesome. Well, thank you both being back on here. The tag team's back. We're glad to see you, and we'll check back in with you later. So I've got to have an in-person interview with you guys at some point. I've got to come down to the library, and I think it's time to come over and see Tim's office, see if he's been keeping it clean, see if the toys are out and ready to go. Like, we need to get involved, and maybe you and I should just hang out at one of the activity tables. I'm just saying.
Yes. Will you let me
I'd
know
like
when
to
you do
see
that? I got to put all these costumes away, so that way, yes, I got a whole row over here ready for any day. Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna have a fashion show at the youth.
There we go.
All right, thank you both so much. Stay safe out there. We'll look forward to checking in with you guys in the library next month.
Awesome. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
You bet. Fitchburg Public Library, that's where it's at. If we haven't got you excited enough, just stop in there and you'll find everything you ever wanted and more. Trust me, guaranteed. 2 thumbs up guarantee from the sky. Take a quick break, more to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
You could be spreading the coronavirus without realizing you have it. So follow guidance from authorities where you live and do your part. It's important to limit in-person interaction with anyone outside of your immediate household, but phone and video chat are safe ways to connect. It's also important to limit any social gathering. This advice applies to people of any age, including teens and younger adults. Visit coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
After you joined our family, it was like, I really do feel complete now.
Brandon met a girl on a dating app. He finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving.
She must be a keeper.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining today for the Fitchburg Police Department, we've got our Lieutenant, Ned Hartwig. Ned, welcome back to the show. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Jeremy. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Smile a little bit. Give the folks a little smile. Come on. There it is. All right, we got a lot to get to here, Ned. We'll start with alternate side parking. It's still going on. Things might be warming up, but this still continues to happen. What would you like to remind folks about?
We have a couple more weeks of alternate side parking, and with a couple of recent snow events, I just wanted to remind everybody to follow those alternate side parking instructions. You can find those on our website, the city's website, Facebook page. It just helps our public works crews when they're clearing stuff up, especially after the ice that we had the other night. So we'd appreciate your assistance, and know that shortly after alternate side parking ends, we hopefully have spring weather that comes. So
all of your officers are hoping that that's going to happen. So maybe all of us are on that front. We had some exciting news. In fact, about a week ago, that we have a new lieutenant joining the team, and it was internal candidate. Tell us about Lisa.
So Lisa Heitmann was promoted to lieutenant. So she will be moving into the patrol, the operations division of the department, and supervising in my previous role. I'm moving now into the the support division. Lisa is in the operations division. So I'll be in the support division supervising detectives and all the other services that we offer. So it's exciting to have a new member of our command staff, and we'll start working on a couple of exciting projects for this year.
Ned, for people who aren't familiar with the chain of command, for lieutenants, how many lieutenants do we have, and what are some of the things that you do work on when you are in the office?
Sure. So we have a command staff of 4, starting with the chief and deputy chief, and then we have 2 lieutenants. And we basically split up the major function of patrol. So our 35 patrol officers and 8 sergeants are under the patrol division or operations. And then I supervise our 5 detectives, our CSEs, and our dispatchers under the support side, and a couple other services, including the crossing guard. So at our level in the command staff, we're looking longer term, not necessarily at the day-to-day operations, but looking at some more planning. Lisa is excited to work on some of our community outreach events that we're hoping to really get back into the full swing this year. And I supervise our investigations and our dispatch center, which I think a lot of people don't necessarily know how lucky we are to have our own dispatch center that you can call and speak to a city of Fitchburg employee anytime. So you'll be able to read much more about and see our command chart in our annual report that should be coming out here very soon, next week. And you can see how that's all broken down there.
I always try to wave to the dispatchers when I come off the elevator, whether they like it or not. But yeah, it is cool that they're there and helping out. Thanks for the breakdown, and congratulations, Elisa, on that. If you want to watch that ceremony that took place last week, that happened on Friday, it is up on the city's website, or up on our Facebook page, and on Ned's Facebook page as well. No, the Fitchburg Police Department's page. He takes care of it, though. You do a good job with that. Just saying, buddy. Next one, Read Your Heart Out events are going on behind the scenes. You might not hear about it, but it's a great way to get out and talk to our youth and read a book.
Yeah, so Read Your Heart Out is an event that happens in February during African American History Month. And officers Jeremy Saffold and Marlon Hanna have been working with our elementary schools in Fitchburg, Forest Edge, and Stoner Prairie. And last week, I believe they were there virtually reading books to the classes there. And today they're actually over at Forest Edge Elementary in person, reading with the students there. So again, another opportunity that we're back in the community after a bit of a unwelcome hiatus from community outreach events. So it's great to see.
Yeah, I want Coffee with a Cop to come back. I missed going out to those events. So hopefully one of those are in the works as well, because it's just great for you guys to get out there and talk to everybody as well. Speaking of getting out there and talking to people, Town of Madison, the attachment is coming here October 31st. From the police department side of things, what are some of the things you're getting prepared for as we get closer to the date?
We have a whole host of considerations to keep in mind. So we're adding obviously some geography and a good chunk of population. So we're going to have to talk about how we're going to cover that added geography. If you think of how wide of a territory we have to cover, going west of Rona Road now to Rimrock and a good chunk of land there. But more importantly, it's connecting with the residents there, the business owners, and really starting, even though we have several months yet, starting to build those relationships now. So we're going to be forming an internal work group to talk about our strategy and really get that going. We're looking at call for service data and learning more about what's been going on there recently. We are in regular communication with the other law enforcement agencies, including the Sheriff's Office in the city of Madison, and of course the town of Madison, to stay abreast of any happenings there. And then there are some behind the scenes things that we have to work on as far as reports and other logistics that go on at the departments.
Yeah, and we'll keep updating folks on to get to know everybody as part of Fitchburg in town coming together here. So you'll be hearing more about that here real soon. Finally, there's been so many movement internally with positions, and one that's I'm very excited about is you're having a social worker join in with the department, and Sarah is coming in from the Fitchburg Senior Center, is moving over to a role with working in the police department. Tell us about this and why it's so important for our community.
Yeah, we are incredibly lucky to have the support for this pilot position that is going to be a social worker position shared between the senior center and the police department. I think a very innovative idea coming from Jill at the senior center to really get some assistance to our community in a much broader way. And we are out in the community and aware of the various issues that folks are dealing with. And this will be an opportunity to capitalize on Sarah's experience from the senior center and being connected with a lot of the social services that are out there. So this is not a mental health social worker. There's been a lot of talk in the public safety circles about mental health and getting mental health providers out there. Sarah is going to be a generalist and a very good one in the sense of connecting folks, whether they're young, old, in between, whatever their issues are, so that she can work with them so that we can focus on what we need to do in addressing crime and other issues. But it's a great approach for the city to take in the sense that we're looking at the wellness of everyone in the community and really trying to address problems holistically rather than just one tool or another. And so, sorry, Jeremy, I was just going to say, we're hoping to get her started. She's going to be transitioning in here in the next couple weeks, and she'll be splitting her time between the two departments.
Yeah, I'm just so excited for this. I think it's like you said, it's a great thing. Police has changed in a number of ways throughout the years, and this pilot program I think is a great start to already the great resources that we have at the police department. So we're excited to share the happenings on that front as well. Ned, if people want to stay up to date on what's going on at the police department and everything else in between, where can they find more information?
Oh, we'd love to have you find us on Facebook or on Twitter. You can always stay tuned to Talking Fitchburg for our monthly updates. We appreciate your work and helping us out with projects often at the last minute. So we love to get out there. And if you have a community event or a meeting or something that you would like a presentation on, curious about what happened, statistics from last year as we put out our annual report, please reach out to us and we'd love to work with you.
All right, Ned, thank you so much for your time. Stay safe out there, and we'll check back in with the police department next month.
Thanks, Jeremy.
You bet. Again, check out the website, fitchburgwi.gov, and check out the public safety page, and you can find the police department, fire department. We got all of that there for you at your fingertips. Take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
Type 2 diabetes can have a big impact on your life, but how can it be prevented? Well, the first step is knowing if you have prediabetes, a serious medical condition that puts you at high risk for type 2 diabetes. 1 in 3 American adults has prediabetes, but more than 80% don't know they have it. The good news is, prediabetes can be reversed, and for many people, healthy changes in their daily routine can make a big difference. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Severe weather can strike anytime, anywhere, but there's a simple way to stay safe. Hey, Jim Cantori here. I stay safe in dangerous weather by planning ahead. You can stay safe too with a few easy steps. Build an inexpensive kit with supplies for your family's needs. Write down important information like phone numbers and medications. Always talk with your family, and remember any pets in your planning. Be ready, be safe. Start your plan today at ready.gov/plan.
Welcome back to Talking Fitchburg, wrapping up the show. TNT. Well, as I said it, TTJ. Probably a really bad acronym, don't know, but we want to thank Tegan and Tim for joining us. Tim. That's all I can say is Tim. I think we did more laughing than we did getting information out on that segment, but go to the library's website and sign up for their newsletter to get the latest information. As we wrap up here, remember you can stay connected with Fact TV through all of our media outlets, and please have a fun and safe weekend and turn those weather radios on.